You know what I always notice in many cartoons, although technically I am the same, is that there's always, well, not always a trend, but the trend goes hand to hand with politics in a way, especially on how Young Justice nowadays is. Because if there's anything I have learned from real life these last 5 years actually, is that it's so easy to cripple mankind's goodwill. After all, we only need one bad news and everything crashes down. What Garfield, aka Beast Boy, is reflecting here, it is very similar to how people are crying out to, well, you know, supporters of Trump or others to just wake up and be better people, or to people that can make a difference that is not corruption. I mean, I can't make a difference because I gave up on politics for a long time ago. And if I would have given up on things, and if I wanted to affect things, I think I would have done it the light way, in a way, because, well, after all, I believe that. However, strangely enough, these sort of things work very well in cartoons, because it creates a lesson that always puts up my point of listen to cartoons, because they have deep wisdom. The Young Justice episode 17 of The Outsiders. In here that Garfield decides that he needs to form a new team. And that team is The Outsiders. Come on. Well, I thought the Outsiders were that team, but, well, who knows. Now when I think about it, maybe Victor Stone, if he ever embraces his cyborg power, will join that, because in many media Beast Boy is a member of the Teen Titans, which apparently do not exist in this universe though, although technically Beast Boy is still a teen, so that could still happen, you know. My point is that Cyborg and Beast Boy are noted to sometimes be on the same team, but so far they are not. But again, we still have 7 episodes left. Or 9, whatever. No, 8. Regardless, with the team's blessings, including even Justice League of Aqualad, they decides to do that, to take the thing. Blue Beetle, Wonder Girl, Impulse, or, you know, Kid Flash, Brion, aka Geoforce, and maybe some more, are deciding to join this outsider team in a place where it's very similar to the cave, as Beast Boy say. He's manipulating the system that Granny Goodness is still in paying Beast Boy for the acting things, so therefore she has to pay for this. But why do I have a strange suspicion that she is actually expecting that? Regardless, however, it also seems that is Terra actually gonna stay there in this place? Because that is not a good news. Either way, the team's first mission actually starts, and do you know what makes this episode a little bit funny? That this episode actually parody the Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. That is so weird. That show ended years ago, and now it came back. I guess the writers were a fan of Mystery Incorporated. I mean, granted, that was a good Scooby-Doo show. It was among the most darkest Scooby-Doo shows, though. But that's not the point. The point is that the Reach seems to be back, so this new team of outsiders go inside after Aqualad has apparently lost in a battle against the Reach robot. But then it turns out that, in typical Scooby-Doo fashion, that the Reach guards are actually unmasked intergang, as Whisper appear. You know, she even pulls that I would have gotten away with it, although I think she pulls a different one. What did she say now again? We would have scored big time if it weren't for your meddling kids, or your bratty kids. Either way, they even have a incompetent officer here who acts very similar to that officer that Patrick Warburton was voicing in Scooby-Doo. However, it's worth noting here that he's not voiced by Patrick Warburton, but it is Troy Baker doing a Patrick Warburton as that character impression. I'm actually so surprised that Troy Baker actually can do so many impersonations. From a guy that started off in anime to now to video games and other media. Damn, he is talented. He's actually so talented it's infuriating. But then the Reach mothership that the Intergang was gonna use is still activated. So in order to make sure that it doesn't fall to the place of doom, a Blue Beetle managed to redirect it into the ocean. And the Outsiders team is hailed as heroes, because that is what Beast Boy's original goal is. A public version of the team, not cover ops. Those that inspire hope of meta-human and give people free will. And what I meant to say here is, though, that Beast Boy has good logic. What he's doing is not wrong. He is not wrong. Doing this can make a difference. But even Calder is right. Not to expose their underage heroes for that. That is for the Justice League is. And also, doing this behind the wheels of UN or anything else like that, that makes it so easy to crush. Because we cannot forget that Tara actually sends a message to Deathstroke asking what further orders, especially as she informs that the Outsiders are part of the Justice League and the team. But then it's revealed that Aquaman, he's no longer a lad, actually faked his defeat against the Reach in order to gain good publicity. He pulled a light situation, given this cooperation the thing is. So, yeah, that's basically it. Some nice comedy moments of the fact that it's a parody episode of Scooby-Doo. Also some real-life politics system. But again, things are almost going too well. There is so many foreshadowing despair in this episode that I am actually afraid of watching further. I mean, I'm gonna keep on watching, but I am afraid. I am afraid of what we are going to see. What I mean to say is, well, it's not apparent to me, at least yet, if Tara actually joined the Outsiders. I don't think she did, because she thinks she still is on the team. And by the way, the team is now so small that I'm actually feeling bad for McGann. You know, Young Justice is a wonderful show when it comes to character, art and anything else, although I've still criticized Season 3 for changing the art style a little bit. But my point is, it has lots of characters, and its biggest flaw, unfortunately, is the same as its greatest asset: too many characters. Too many characters are not getting enough screen time. Because it's worth noting here that there are some moments here of Tara actually being very gentle to Leanne, who is, Will's daughter. And it's one of the first genuine smiles. And it seems that even Tara was afraid of thunder when she was young. Is that her first pet the dog moments? Well, who knows? Is she starting to feel second thoughts? No, I don't think she is. However, she did show a melancholy face when Deathstroke said, "Relax, you have your orders," or stuff like that. Which means that Deathstroke and the Light is still in the lead. And what did I say about foreshadowing despair? Well, I have a theory, people. In case you do not know, in the comics, when Tara was introduced, when Tara was named Tara, Beast Boy fell in love with her, but Tara was quite a bully, and also, it's actually a miracle that she was even approved of in the Teen Titans, because in all these issues she was nothing more than an ungrateful person. So that was no surprise to anyone when she turns out to be the mole, and she even ended her life without even having a change of heart. Although in some media she does have a change of heart. My point is, Beast Boy and Tara are, well, romantically involved in some medias. In this media, Beast Boy is with Perdita. So why do I have a strange suspicion just to prove to Deathstroke that she can handle things herself? Tara is gonna sue doubt into Beast Boy's team by flirting with Beast Boy, make the media photo it, so that he is bashed, because it's worth noting that Beast Boy is a celebrity as well. Doing that will be tremendous amount of despair. But it will also be brilliant. Also, I actually heard something from someone who actually told me this. Leanne, Will's daughter, who dies very early in the in the comics, And according to many media, she supposedly dies of a boulder. And now, what is Tara's power now again? I mean, if Leanne does die this season, then Will cannot just catch a break, can he? Okay, that's basically this episode. Some big deep moments, some really real-life emotions here. But I cannot shake this uneasy expression that there is some despair here. But Troy Baker's performance as that sheriff, yeah, that was fun. But you give me your thoughts if you have any.